Just a video, not a tutorial by any stretch, but I am going to show you what I did and how I did it. Rock Auto got the Gates timing belt kit with water pump, 2 pulleys, tensioner, and it's the first time I changed the water pump in a couple 100,000 kilometers. I got an upper lower rad hose and thermostat as well, since I've never changed it in a couple 100,000. Took off the engine cover and tire all the plastic in there too. This mount is gonna have to come out because the belt runs right through it. Conveniently, there was a pulley underneath. Took that out first. Supported the oil pan before removing the mount. Amazing, I had a ratchet without a socket, but it fit into this tensioner, and I was able to lower it and remove the belt. After that, a little later, I took off the power steering pulley. And I couldn't do it without the help of a pry bar. Two long-ass bolts for the drive belt tensioner. Can't exactly remember, but I took something out down by the dipstick here. Again, I must say that the timing belt runs through the engine mount. Either way, I removed all the stuff from the drive belt side. So then, I removed the upper cover. Crankshaft pulley separated on me about a half a dozen years or so ago, and I had a hard time removing it, but I put a new one in, so this time it was a lot easier. I wouldn't know, but sometimes the crank pulley can stick to the sprocket. After a little while longer, I took the lower cover off. Sometime later, I found the tensioner for the timing belt. I was lucky because they included a new tensioner in the kit. Beside the water pump over here, tension side, took out this pulley, and it looks nice compared to the old one. That's on the tension side. On the opposite side is this pulley here, where the hole is off center. Took the water pump bolts out and it's dripping. It's all gonna pour out. So I went on Google and people are saying that I should drain it first. There's different size bolts that go into the water pump. Remember where they go? I didn't remember and it was a problem. The overflow reservoir had to come out because there was either tar or driveway sealant inside. Thermostat was well hidden, but I found it after removing the upper and lower rad hoses. For some reason I haven't figured out, when I put the hose in this side, water poured out the other side. Had the option of using a hair dryer to dry the area of water, compressed air, or one of these cans, but I blew through a straw instead. Stock OEM gasket for the water pump was steel. The one included in the kit is made out of some sort of material. Just to confirm, the timing belt goes through the engine mount. There's no padding or anything, it just runs right through it. The new belt is visibly thicker than the original, so it should rub just perfect against that mount. I had everything lined up prior to removing the belt, but it moved around on me, so I attached a ratchet to get it back into position. So it took a while, and I broke a couple bolts. I got cuts all over my hand. I got a bruise on my elbow, but everything came out, and I put the cams on the mark. Got the sprocket on the mark. Put the water pump back in once I found the bolts, pulleys, everything else, it's all back in there. Pulled the pin to finish off the day. Seriously, it sounds and drives better than it did before. And you'd believe me if you heard my car before. I'm making this video a few weeks after replacing the timing belt, and the kit is a good kit. Gates timing belt kit with water pump. Nonetheless, I'm definitely keeping my CAA AAA roadside assistance plan. If you do happen to see me broken down on the side of the road, please do stop and wave. Thanks.